There's no place to escape to.
This is the last stream.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the last stream on the left. That's Marcus and Ben, and I'm Henry. Wait, no, I messed it up already.
Good fucking Lord, oh my God.
Well,
We're already starting the goddamn weeds.
woo! We're behind the 8 ball.
But I tell you what, another absolutely scintillating week in quarantine.
Yeah, man, it's been nice because it's been smoky outside in the woods here in California, all because of a gender reveal party. I don't know why people always got to explode stuff to see if they got a penis or a vagina, but maybe they should stop.
Honestly, straight up, if there was an abortion party that had fireworks, I'd go to it.
That's just every one of your liberal.
Why can't there
all of your
be?
cluster boots and all your.
Why can't that
festivals?
be a normal part of society, abortion parties? Because if you get the abortion that you're looking to get, it's a happy day. I know sometimes it's a sad day.
I think a lot of times. I mean, sure. I think you can do that. You can have a party for whatever reason you want to have a party. I say celebrate.
So in your mind, like everyone who's getting an abortion is like going to the bar beforehand. Like,
That's what I do.
Like,
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Fucking, that's what I do.
Yeah, why would you?
I definitely take a shot before going in there.
No, I mean,
High
joke about
five
that,
the
but-
person. You give them $300, and you get in there and zip, 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 zip. Right? I don't even know how that works. It's my mandate.
Something similar.
That's what I'm saying. Like there are a lot of people saying
I'm just
guys-
happy. I'm just happy you have the ability to even pretend to vacuum, and I'm sure your wife would appreciate if you attached an actual vacuum to your hand. And maybe clean up every now and again.
I am
because
the
I know what's
vacuum.
going. I know there's a drama in that house with your little messy paws. Getting
No,
all
we
over.
are both the same. We are both pile people. We're like doggy piles. We're both like piles. We keep our home in a series of piles. And I do carpet abortions every weekend. That's what I call it
You
when I
better
vacuum.
clean it up. You better
When I
clean
vacuum it. Guys, let's see the first thing that I chose to do this. Yes, an abortion registry, Sawyer. That'd be incredible. That'd be incredible, an abortion registry.
I could see that going awry.
Why though? Fucking bring me.
Registries are good for weddings, and I don't know if you want to go on a government registration. You think that's a good idea to see who's had an abortion? You don't think that's going to backfire?
a
You don't
registry.
think when President Mike Pence is on his 8th illegal term that it's going to get like a little messy?
No, he's talking about a registry like at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell do they need?
He is so
What do you
far out
mean?
of this.
No, I'm
he
sorry.
doesn't even understand. He's not.
No, I'm sorry.
He's not used to adulting yet. So a registry.
No, also, you said the word registration, and I think I understand what that term means.
No, a registry, an abortion registry. Where
You get
go.
one. You get one or the other.
No, you get an abortion registry where you go and you
don't.
get.
And when are you buying something? You don't need to buy him anything.
I want booze, hot dogs, all the types of things that you want after an abortion. You know what else that you can have?
You don't have a kid.
Everybody's saying chill. Everybody's chilling. They're all upset with you. People are upset with you. It's not a sex offender registry. It is literally you go and you buy them. If I just had an abortion, you know what I want? Steak. If I just had an abortion, you know what I want? A fucking tickets to Six Flags.
Okay. All right. I'll take you to Six Flags.
An abortion shower.
You know that.
And also a party beforehand where you have an abortion shower where you have it that morning.
Okay, that could be part of the abortion. We'll do all of these things, and then at some point you will lose the pregnancy.
Hopefully.
Right.
Let's take a look at this next video. Oh, yeah, this is fucking sweet. Oh, dick.
Oh my God, I love eating porn.
Fuck yeah, starting off fucking strong, dude. Love this move.
Whoa! It really works.
what I'm fucking talking about, dude. This is how we stay tight in the fucking road.
Yeah. Just cut to everyone's mother violently masturbating to this.
Man, I'm gonna
Great
get
song.
me a Dracula, dude.
I love that car.
Oh yeah.
I want one of those old-timey Addams Family fucking cars that you can then have the whole inside like done completely modern.
Are they street legal though? Can you have them anymore?
I think you can. Right?
As long as you meet the emission standards, and yeah, you can have your Dracula.
I think you can absolutely have a Dracula. You remember when we went to? You know how many times? Have you ever been to a good old-fashioned car fair, or like a car show, like that they do like in a small town where they all go and they show off all their Dodge Vipers?
I went to one called the Kissel Museum, the Kissel Car Museum. I believe it was in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Kissel car.
Baraboo sounds like something you say right before you take off your pants in front of a child.
I don't think they say anything before they do that. They got to sneak.
It's always important to sneak if you're going to expose yourself.
That
I've
is
been
not
saying
good.
this. That's my master class in nude outside living. Number 1, no air fryers.
Yeah.
Number 2, be careful of your circular saws. I forgot to close the doors of my office. Sorry, honey. I love you.
What's
Just hear
wrong
me
with
fucking scream.
What's wrong with the air fryer?
Well, just because you never want to get any of your fucking pubes singeing on there.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Well,
Cooking nude is still very tricky.
yeah, you got to keep the pubes away from any kind of fire or any kind of grill, really.
It's very important to make sure you cover your dick if you're cooking. Also, same thing with you
Wow.
ladies. I think even more than a dick being out there, I can't imagine what a tiny little piece of hot oil would do to the surface of your vagina.
Absolutely devastating. Look what happened to Robin Williams in Mrs. Doubtfire with the hot flashes.
I honestly don't even bring up Robin Williams. There's so many depressing, horrible things on TV right now. And it was like the first thing I remember, like, you know, because you know how like the recommendations for you in the iTunes, the first thing that pops up is that like Robin's Wish. Have you tried to watch this documentary about how America's favorite person slowly succumbed to the crumbling of his entire body? It's awful.
What
It is so
what was
fucking
wrong?
sad.
What was his wish? What was the wish?
His wish was that he be normal.
Oh.
Well, everyone dies. Nothing more normal than that.
Yeah, Kissel, you're right, dude.
Hey, yeah, bro.
Right, dude.
Hey, yeah, bro. Give us some more words of wisdom, man.
But do you think, all right, there's some people saying this.
If you fry a Snickers, it's no longer a Snickers. It's an entirely different candy.
I actually, you know what? I'm with you. It becomes more of a dessert.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I would shift it from a candy to dessert. There's a lot of people saying about Robin's, if you really just want to, like, I don't know why I need to be more upset.
You don't
like,
have to watch
on the
it.
day-to-day, but I am curious about what happened and how it went down. But
His brain was full of sad, and then he finally did the thing that
no,
happens
he had
when you have
body
that mental
Louis dementia. He had a type of intense, different, worse Alzheimer's.
Well, I saw that his wife said the doctors forced them to sleep apart for the last year, and I don't think that helped. I think the doctor, you should always cuddle.
Why did they force him to sleep apart? Was he grabbing him in his sleep?
No, I don't know. She just said that the doctors were like, it'll help him sleep if you're not there. And
No,
I'll be
if
like,
I have
I'm his
fucking-
freaking wife.
If I have Louis body dementia, I need tits in my
Isn't
face. Like, I need to experience things while I can.
Dude, Louis body dementia, is that like you wear an ascot to bed? What is that?
No,
What
it makes you fucking commit suicide. You see devils. This is Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Make friends with the devil. I just had a great nightmare. As a matter of fact, with one of our friends, she was in it with me, and it was technically a horrible, scary nightmare, but I just leaned in, and I was like, it's kind of fun to be scared. Maybe you should be friends with the demons. Befriend the demon.
He had dementia.
Well, then how did he remember all of his lines in all those movies?
That's how they found out that he had it, is that he was in the middle of shooting that beloved children's franchise, and then he was struggling the whole time. It's very depressing.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
It's well-formed visual delusions. I mean, the nightmares are real as he's awake.
It's like what Clint Eastwood did when he interviewed Barack Obama, but
He-
Barack Obama wasn't there.
And
That was a political acting exercise.
That was
he
brilliant.
did eventually come to regret it.
I don't
So
know if he does.
No,
I
he
think
did.
that's-
No, he fully came out and said, like, I was trying something and it was based on this French movie and it didn't work. I'm sorry.
But fucking Clint Eastwood. But but at the same time, when I was crossing my eyes watching it, I kind of saw him there.
Yeah.
And he looked sad. And I saw Clint Eastwood put it because he was like, it was like, oh, Obama like this with like a dunce cap on. I was like, that is very specific.
Very specific. Yeah.
It's very Eisner. Meisner? Let's take a look at this next video. What we got going on?
But then you want dementia, so you can forget you did that.
Welcome to my channel, Foot Missionary Queen. Why foot missionary? Because in the Western world, worship has been stigmatized as a fetish, an abnormal behavior, suppressed and labeled as abnormal.
Your toes, man.
But that
Your
is
toe
not
longer
true.
than the big toe.
And this is why I am here. In scripture it says, and how shall they
first time
preach
ever, by the way,
unless
I've ever
they are
not
sent,
worn-
as it is written,
I have a pair. Look at
how
that.
beautiful
I like
are
this
the
one.
feet of those
Cool.
who preach the gospel of peace, who bring glad tidings of good things. It says in Romans 10. No matter if we look at Christian or Hinduism traditions, we find foot worship being alive. The Christian traditions have been weakened or even diminished though, but we know, for example, that Mary Magdalene oiled Jesus' feet with precious oil and then wiped those feet
So it's all
with
been
her
like
hair.
this.
I
in
wish I had a
I
foot
get it.
fetish. It's just so nice. It's so
and
easy.
Jesus
Every beach
Honestly.
is topless
washed the
beach
feet
if
of
you
the
look.
disciples
Look
to
how
set an
horny Jesus is to
example
be sucking
that
on those
serving
feet.
is
Clean.
I think they had
beautiful.
nasty ass feet and they didn't want them walking around their
It
house
is a
with skanky
tradition in
ass
the
feet.
Catholic Church to touch
But then
the
they're like, oh, we
feet
wash
of
it. It's not
Mother
like
Mary.
that nice.
Look at this. They talk about the
And
Pope
every
washing
year
people's
on
feet.
Maundy Thursday, the Pope and often the bishops wash the feet
Look at this
of
fucking pervert.
other people
Well, that's
and they
nice,
dry them
Henry.
with their
Fuck the-
garments
fuck the
as a
Pope.
tradition
Fuck
Pope
and
Francis.
is a sign because
He's not the
Jesus
worst
did it with his disciples. Also,
Jesus
it was a
sucking on everyone's
tradition
toes.
Man,
anyone
Jesus
who
was so
visited
fucking
the
horny ever
Pope
since time he
or
washed all
approached
those
the
dudes'
Pope
ass feet
and was
and all
granted
those
maybe
women
an
that he met.
audience,
The first
touched
thing he
the
said, "Let me
Pope's
wash
feet." This was changed within
And
the
then they're
last
like,
few
"Oh,
decades.
Jesus is
Same
incredible,"
with
and
the
he's
Pope
like,
not wearing his crown anymore, his tiara, but only his little white hat, his mitra. In
mean, she's getting her
Hinduism,
steps in.
Pada
Oh,
pujas
yeah.
are
Another grass.
regularly
Whoa, that's
practiced
kinda-
as a devotion ceremony
Human
to the
duty.
teachers.
It's coming in my feet.
This is
Dookie, what's
ceremony
going
of
on?
washing
Whoa, there's-
and oiling.
I'm not washing any of these feet.
Flowers
That's what I'm
and
saying, man.
garments.
"Oh
Oh, now she's
yeah,
sniffing
girl."
her foot. Why is she sniffing her
On
foot?
the famous
Feet worship.
What is
You
going
gotta
on?
stop destigmatizing feet worship.
I
Have
don't
you ever
even
been on
care.
Wiki Feet?
I don't care. I love feet. Feet are
aspirin,
great,
the
but I don't know why
glorious
she's
feet are not
talking
just
to it like it's a
feet,
cell phone, like she's
but
on
the
Get
channel of
Smart.
divine
Look at that.
grace.
You, maybe
what's
the
your feet?
code is in there.
Can you hear the ocean when you
Let
put
me
your
find
foot up?
out.
You can't do it. There's no way you can put your foot up.
Ah!
You're gonna die.
Ah!
You're about to be disconnected from your phone.
Ah!
I can do it.
You can put your foot up to your head?
I just called 311 on
Oh
you.
my god.
Ah! Ugh.
All right, check it out. Yep, right there.
Jesus Christ.
My foot.
Oh, look at the big ass fucking feet, dude.
Uh,
Man, honestly, that's the most I've ever seen your feet, like, out in the open.
I never show my feet.
But now you got
What's
some slides on. I saw that.
what's wrong with your feet?
I ran out of socks.
Oh.
Yeah, this is single man's dilemma.
I'm a single father of 2 dogs, okay?
No, I know. I'm with
ran
you.
out of
Like,
socks.
I
And,
saw someone say-
wearing slides.
I saw someone say, like, you should treat your mask like your underwear, right?
Yeah.
That you wear every day. My thing is, I don't fill my mask with, like, shit and, like, cum spittle in there.
No, I don't. Why would you treat your mask like your underwear? Also, what are they? I don't get it.
I also don't fill my underwear with shit and cum spittle.
I don't.
You don't fill it with. You think that your mask has more with your farts, with your nasty ass rancid farts that you rock out of that thing, Marcus? You don't think that there's some little flake in
Honestly,
there?
yeah. Because that's the thing. Then your mask would have, like, blood in it, too.
Yeah.
Because the blood from your butt.
No, the blood isn't a constant leak. It only happens when I poo. But right now, the blood is under control. I've been doing pretty good with it.
That's what I like to hear. The blood
Thank
staying
you.
inside, huh?
Blood staying inside. Blood staying inside the body. It's no longer coming out, and
Wow.
because of the
Oh.
noise it makes.
That's crucial.
People are saying you need to change it every day. That's what they mean, like your underwear. You see, my mind is I treat it like my underwear, that it's just like, because I wear the same underwear like 2 weeks in a row until it disintegrates.
Mm.
But I've been trying to wash the mask more.
Yeah. I have. You just wash the mask. I mean, yeah, sponge it up a little bit. I have my underwear right now are totally disintegrated. They're completely broken. They don't take a liking to the wash.
Well, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? How are you washing them?
I'm just putting them in the washer and dryer. I haven't used a washer and dryer in a long time, so I dump in the soap, and then I throw in everything, and it comes out, and it gets all ruined. And
You've used half as much soap as you think.
Yeah.
They tell you to use too much. They're telling you to use too much soap.
no, that sounds like someone that doesn't work for a living saying that. I always use double the soap.
You say, because then think, like, that's what I have a job for, is so that I can put double the soap in there. And then the problem is that it doesn't attack the fabric and the integrity of your underwear. But same time, that's your choice. That's your freedom as a fucking American. Because if you don't put that money back into the detergent agencies, and I mean this, we need to keep the detergent gears flowing. Because if not, everybody's going to be walking around fucking stinky as shit.
Oh,
They gotta wash their fucking the blood and the cum out of the underwear and their clothes on of it. The presidents need to fucking wash their clothes and get all the cum and the blood out of them. We gotta keep the detergent going.
I feel like I'm surrounded by an archangel or something with the way the lighting is coming in.
It really is very, very intense.
LA studio.
It looks like a J.J. Abrams film. Butter Pumpkin says, "What are your thoughts on skid marks?" I love them.
Well,
When it comes down to it, it shows you're really wearing your underwear and you're eating food and you're out living your life.
As the rings of a tree will let you know its age, the skid mark on an undie will let you know it's time to change.
Yep.
Because as soon as they get nasty, then I get it. But again, I've never looked at my face mask and seen a skid mark.
No.
Because I don't have poop coming out of my mouth. So
My butt's too big for a skid mark. My butthole is a long ways away from my pants and my underwear.
See this next video.
look at it.
I just want this energy in my life.
But that one, yeah.
Yeah, you're into it, you got it. Oh, hell yeah,
Very
dude.
nice. Yes.
Can y'all do that? That's something like you learn as a young child in Texas.
It's called
What?
the Grito.
The
Yeah, that's awesome.
I can do it.
That was fucking sweet as hell. I like that. He seems
It'll
so
get you
happy,
in
man.
DUI, even if you're sober. I'll tell you that.
And you're gonna tell that guy is fucking a hard-working motherfucker.
Yeah.
The way he drinks that beer, well-earned beer. I haven't had a well-earned beer since I was fucking. When have I ever done a single bit of work in my life?
My favorite thing to do at the New York City Deli was always have a beer with the workers there in the back. You know, I'd crack a Corona, hang out for a second. They never were happy to see me or anything, but
Yeah, you're just a huge man who just walks into the back room of a bodega and they couldn't ask you to leave unless they physically made you leave. Because it'd be weird for them being like, that's a skill you have, especially for a man your size. It's interesting how if you just walk in confidently to a lot of situations, people don't ask a lot of questions.
no one wants confrontation. They really don't.
Do you
And
remember that couple snuck into the White House?
hanging out? Why
Where are these
not?
brave people now?
I don't think anyone wants to go to the White House. I think it's a little stuffy, to be fair. They probably need to change the carpets, the drapes, all that stuff. They got a lot of work to do, I think.
Weird vibe.
Yeah.
It's old building. It's a stinky building. White House is gross.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's gross. It's just an old building built by on the blood of the people we stole and brought here.
When I won the NCAA championship team with the big team that I won that with,
I remember that.
excited. Yeah,
I remember. Yeah. And you were like, "Oh, I don't need to show political alignment."
I don't want to do that.
Yep. I
Yep.
think that's really important. I think that's really wise of you. And you,
Although-
only if you got back to that. If only you go back to those days.
It would have been nice to go with Trump though, because then you got to eat all those hamburgers.
Hamburger. I mean, and imagine how like wonderfully cold they were, having been brought
God.
all the
Although
way from Chevy Chase.
I have ordered some McDonald's hamburgers, and I have to say they do stay warm. They
Yeah,
stay
because they're made out of plastic. They're literally not. They are not meat, so they just kind of radiate warmth. They have a half-life.
Yep, they really do. They really
Yeah.
do.
I once found a cheeseburger that was under my car seat that had been under there for a month, and it looked edible. I did not eat it. I did not try it. I did not eat it. I did not try it. But it looked like it looked exactly as it had when I lost it under there a month before.
Elitist Marcus Parks. Also, how did you even lose that hamburger? I would never have gone to sleep if I knew I lost the hamburger until I would have found that hamburger.
He's a skinny.
Dog run away.
He's a skinny, and the
ridiculous. He's just
skinnies,
like, "No, guess I lost
skinnies
the
forget to eat.
No, you don't
These are
have the
people.
hamburger.
This is this thing I hear all the time. Oh, I forgot to eat. Being like, I never forget to eat. I wake up fucking mad hungry, and I get mad. I got hungry all day. I'm hungry. I need it.
No, if I remember correctly, this was back in the dollar menu days, and I'd gotten 2 double cheeseburgers and a McChicken because my plan was to go double cheeseburger, McChicken, double cheeseburger
You want to cleanse the palate.
as I used to do on hungover days in college. But that third cheeseburger it slipped under the seat of my Mitsubishi Galant and was not seen again for another month.
I
Too
don't
busy
think you should be allowed-
experimenting with men.
Yeah, I don't know if you should be allowed to have a child. I would never let a Saving Private Burger. I don't think you should ever let a good man go behind or go get left behind. Like, I don't know. I couldn't have slept that night.
Well, that's different.
Just knowing
We're-
that the hamburger was out in the cold, trying
because
to
it's like
solicit
our
sex.
bellies had a collection, and we were missing one of the prize items from our collection.
Yes, it really was. And then God knows what that burger had to do just to stay warm that entire month.
Probably suck dick.
It must
Honestly,
have.
just to get in there, probably fucking killed the guy. Just get 3 squares of hot and I got. You know what I mean?
It's real possible, Marcus.
Out
Well,
there on
let's take a
14th
look.
and U. East
Let's
side
take
of
a
Lubbock is
look.
rough.
Next video, please. Let's see this motherfucker. This is very pure.
Thank you. It is kind of pure.
It really is.
I think this is what like frat initiations are now. Or maybe this is a gang initiation. But, oh my God! There's a third. Wow. Oh.
It's simple.
Credits.
2005, a more innocent time.
It really was.
Do you remember that? Do you ever see that movie Trash Humpers?
No.
Oh, you should look that up. Trash Humpers. You'd like this, Marcus. Trash Humpers is from 2009. Man, that's later than I thought it was. Yes, Harmony Korine. It's a bunch of people and old people make up fucking things.
They're having sex with the trash.
Is there a plot, or is it that just it?
Not a lot of plot.
Well, maybe it's to clean up maybe a garbage thing where if you have sex with it, it goes away in shame and it's good for the environment. I don't know.
No, it's something. Or Harmony Korine. Everyone's saying, yeah, it's so funny. Yeah, you saw it on 35 millimeter. Not worth it. Boo News. Yeah, it's called Trash Humpers. I wouldn't spend I've watched it because it was filmed. Also, it was filmed on VHS. So as a 35 millimeter film, it does nothing to fix that. It doesn't do anything.
Nothing.
It's a pornography. It's a porno.
But I do love Harmony Korine. No, it's like it's a weird experiment because it kind of insinuates that it's found footage of these like old men doing like perverted, weird, disconnected art things where they start they hump trash and they do all this kind of shit.
It's set in Nashville. Filmed in Nashville. The movie opens with multiple shots of the old gang members masturbating to trash. This continues as a recurring sequence throughout the film.
That's
Wait,
art.
so they masturbate to the trash, not just on the trash. It's actually the trash itself that makes them ejaculate.
I would imagine it progresses to masturbating on the trash eventually.
But
Correct?
to the trash.
For
So
them, I think it's more.
rappers are crazy for them.
I believe it's the term. What do they do it now? Where it's like it's not edging, but it's like
Edging.
where you just we're gooning.
Goon.
Gooning is the term for
Fuck
when
is
you get
gooning?
yourself hard all day.
Well, why would
It's hard and you don't come, which is technically what Sting does.
Yeah, but I think he does come.
That's tantric
tantric.
sex, though. That's something totally different.
Yeah, and then he has a massive orgasm.
Something
Doesn't
totally
just-
different. I honestly
Doesn't
don't
just
think by
get
the time
hard all day.
I've reabsorbed my shot 3 times, I feel like by the time I come at the end of the day, it's just going to go.
Well, gooning looks like an outcropping of edging, is from the Urban Dictionary definition. Since a gooning state can only be achieved after edging, the man's dick will have become mightily aroused at this point, and every caress the male genitals are subjected to will trigger potential elation. As the man keeps edging and thus experiencing intense pleasure, he enters a state of trance where his mind intimately merges with his cock. The gooning state,
That's
where
very
he and
dangerous.
his dick
It is very
one.
dangerous. I never want my penis to be in control of my motor functions.
No.
Absolutely. This is why I don't think people should be allowed to wear sweatpants in public either, because there's a lot of people that are like, I got the trick when I go to the strip club, I wear the sweatpants.
But that's disgusting.
It's
That makes you a pervert. Los
Are you
Angeles is
currently
called
wearing-
athleisure. Yeah, that's
Are
where
you
he's wearing.
You're currently wearing sweatpants.
Oh, are you? Oh. Freaking velour?
Accuse others of the
Yeah.
crime
You think the
yourself are
velour
committing.
is a sweatpant?
That is truly
It also has little
steps.
margarita things on it.
First steps towards fascism is Kissel painting others with his crimes.
These are sweatpants. First of all, I haven't sweat in them ever. And second
You
of all,
were
they're
sweating
like-
today.
I was not sweating today.
I sat next to you today.
These are velour. Velour.
Just because you
No,
change
they're
it something
not
else, it's still soft and allows the penis to be dickled with. But that's why now in the way we like to dickle with you and dickle with your emotions, I think that what we'd like to do is ask you the simple question. Now that we're halfway through the stream, we made it this far.
Wow.
When it comes down to it, would anything happen that would make you shut off the stream?
At this point, I don't think anything could happen, Henry.
I don't know. People shut off streams every day.
Creativity are an interesting match. We don't like to think of ourselves as robots.
This is Keith
And
from
if
Nexium.
you are coming off as robotic, most people say that's somehow inauthentic. There has to be an inauthenticity to that. Because we're not robots. So what does it mean to be
Right.
authentic? When someone's authentic, you feel them. You have this feeling of a soul there. Not a
Makes
robot,
sexier
not
every time.
gather
I know
this
your
unique
stance on
impression
this.
of existence. And authenticity somehow is a manifestation of all of that. And it also relates to wisdom. I always say
Shut up, you bitch!
wisdom
You can
is taking
hear
your
him
life
thinking, like, is
experience
anyone
and being
believing
able
this
to apply
bullshit?
it in a
She loves it.
decision.
Look at that. She's fucking hard for it.
It's a global way of acting as opposed
is
to a
tiny.
narrow way where, oh, I feel like doing this. I'm not thinking of anything that ever happened to me. No lessons have ever been learned. And I'm just going to go and do this thing. Because if you looked at the fear of losing Tourette's, you may lose it's very funny. These things are
Oh, yeah, he said Nexium
self-referential
could
and
cure
we
Tourette's.
handle those
Oh,
things.
he
They're
did?
like tautologies almost. They, you have the fear of losing Tourette's and then you have the fear of losing the fear. Most people have an attachment or they have some sort of an issue. Like I always
I've
say,
heard
they
that.
want
They
the
love
red
Tourette's.
Porsche.
People love
If I'm
having
a person that's really attached to having a red Porsche, state of being. So one would say authenticity is being as you are and expressing as you are, at
I'm
least
never
to some
dating.
degree. And as you are,
not.
is of course the
You'll
sum
never
of
date a
your
white
whole
woman in Los
past.
Angeles, that's for certain, if you can't
So
talk
when
like this.
someone's being
I can't
authentic,
talk
you
like
get
this.
the feeling that not only that there's a person there in the moment, but somehow you reach into their very essence and you meet a unique individual.
Read Dianetics, buddy. You stole the whole fucking thing.
Honestly, don't do any of that either. But I will say this though: Henry did say he was shorter than him, Keith Raniere, but he is still more attractive than L. Ron Hubbard.
Absolutely not. If you spent
You
some
are
time,
so
L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
You would
Keith
have-
Raniere is
no,
more
no,
attractive than L. Ron
cultist
Hubbard.
to
Yeah.
think that L. Ron Hubbard is somehow more attractive than Keith Raniere.
L. Ron Hubbard. There's a lot more than
Why are
just
you
your
making me
face.
so mad today?
You are very upset. You're very upset.
I'm
You're very
not
triggered
doing it.
today. You're very triggered. Hashtag triggered. That should be your comedy special. Hashtag triggered. I believe that if you look at number one, it's attractivity just about the face. Look at my beautiful wife. No, obviously not. So a part of what happens is that it's
but
about
his
outfit.
body is
It's about
better.
outfit. It's
His
about
outfit
class.
is
It's about
better.
dressing for the body that you have.
Glasses are better. His hair
Dressing
was
for
better.
the body that you have. He had a boat. LRH.
Keith Raniere had a boat.
Yeah.
LRH had an entire army of admirals. He had
So
a bunch
what
of people.
you are now
It's different.
talking about is personality, not physical beauty. L. Ron Hubbard had all of the accoutrements.
Paper
Somebody
House
might
here
be
says L.
attracted.
Ron Hubbard. Paper House says L. Ron Hubbard looks like a cartoon crocodile that could turn into a human by a bog wizard. And guess what? That's what I like about him.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he's more attractive than Keith Raniere, who is theoretically attractive. I mean,
Keith Raniere's got a puppy dog look, but that's also how Keith Raniere was able to accomplish as much as he did, because he looked so harmless and because he looked somewhat trustworthy, someone you want to take care of, because he has that hangdog puppy face. That's how he was able. That's part of how he was able to take all these people in.
Scientology has been working for 65 years.
It has not been.
Nexium lasted for 10.
Scientology has worked
Didn't
for one
even-
person.
Didn't
One
even
person.
make it. Yeah, LRH. And that's the
Tom
only person it
Cruise.
needs to work for.
Well,
Tom
here's-
Cruise.
Do you want to know? I have a theory as to why Scientology kept working and Nexium ended so quickly, and it's also tied into the reason why Nexium was so successful. The reason why
Nexium wasn't successful. It folded. It folded. They all went to jail.
It was
Everyone's in
extremely successful for a period of time.
That's the difference. Is that
well,
it's still going. LRH died a free man. LRH died a free man, which is the most you could say for a fucking cult leader. He died a free man in his bed.
Can you be free in the prison that is being a human, though? Marcus, you actually look a little bit like Keith Raniere, and Henry, obviously, you look like L. Ron Hubbard. And I just feel like I look like the American people who are ashamed of both of you.
Well, it's too bad you're inexorably tied to us.
Yep.
Well, we'll get to it. We will do a Nexium episode, I imagine, at some point. I know there's already been video. There's a book that came out that was written by one of the followers of Nexium. The problem is that truly it is just bargain basement Scientology in terms of the philosophy. It is exactly, he ripped off concepts and then just reflipped it. I sent you that text. It's Nexium as if Scientology was found by what's his name, Robert Foster Wallace. Was it
David Foster Wallace?
David
Yeah.
Foster Wallace.
Yeah. No. I agreed with that. But the reason why, like Keith, it is Scientology, but it's socialized Scientology, and that's part of why Keith Raniere was so successful. Is because, as you saw from that video, he just spouts all sorts of bullshit that kind of makes sense, but not really. But if you'll notice from the documentary series that came out, when he's talking to somebody, when he's talking to people, it's always in a social group. So the person who's new, he gets them from two angles. Either they don't want to admit that they have no idea what he's talking about, so they keep saying, yes, that's very good. Or they don't want to tell everybody, this guy's a fucking idiot, and this doesn't make any sense.
You also got
they
sold
just
the
bring him
line.
in.
You got sold a line that Keith Raniere is the smartest man in the world.
Yes.
Up until you don't even know his name. You know him as Vanguard. You have no clue who this fucking guy is.
Name. Isn't it Keith Raniere?
No, it's Keith
Raniere. It's
Why
definitely
would he
Raniere.
keep the Raniere?
That's his name. That's what his fucking name is. But the idea is that you've been sold this idea that he is the smartest guy in the world and he's going to fix all your problems.
Yeah.
And then, so you get a build-up, and then this guy shows up. They all said the same thing. They're like, I didn't think that he'd be the smartest guy in the world, but next thing you know, I'm getting branded and sucking his dick. And you're like, wow,
well,
that fast.
And David Miscavige, what have we learned? Don't trust the short man. Yes, the malign the tall man, but the short man is the one who is so maniacal and in need of getting that.
Straight up, better watch yourself because you're going to end up in short man jail.
I can't even fit in short man jail.
It's good. That's why you're going to be folded.
That is
video,
actually
please.
one of
Next
my
video,
fears.
please.
One
We're
of
going
my
to fold you
fears.
in now.
They don't give you big prison cells.
You be recording. Welcome to Utah, bitches.
Oh my goodness.
Get some.
That's it.
Honestly, it's just, it's not in the Hunter safety protocol the way that he was behaving.
No.
I hope that there was not a person tied to a stick that we didn't see off camera.
Oh, there was.
Why do people have to be so aggressive with their states?
I don't know.
Welcome to Utah. It's like,
Utah is
I don't know,
a crazy
man.
state, man. They poisoned Michael Jordan. I've said it before. I'll say it again.
I agree. The pizza.
It's the pizza, but I do feel like Michael Jordan might have poisoned himself.
No, he did
Then-
not.
As a
He just-
challenge.
There are times I think that he did shit and then made up, like he is like a serial killer, but brilliant, where he like made up a whole validation system saying all these people are covering for him, or people are like, oh, it's nice to Michael. Meanwhile, he's just being like, "I'll show you" to each person that he meets. And like, that guy from 7-Eleven told me I wasn't going to be a champion today. So then it became personal.
It was personal. I mean, never eat pizza in Utah to begin with, but especially
Honestly, yeah, don't fucking eat pizza. Except, do you remember?
What is Utah even known for food-wise? I don't know what's a
Meat.
Mormon dish.
They got meat. They got good steaks.
Yeah, I could see the steaks. Yeah.
Corn.
Do you remember the pizza we had in Des Moines from the Chinese pizza fusion place, the crab rangoon pizza? That was fucking incredible. And then halfway through the show, after eating it, we're all like, oh, because it was just fucking. Ooh, man, that was some fat boy pizza, dude.
Yeah,
It was great. Yeah.
Because they stopped doing the pizza sauce and they just gave you cream cheese, basically crab rangoon cream cheese.
Ooh, with all the flakes and the shit on top of it. Ooh, man, that was good.
This is why it's good to have fond memories, because then you can remember them before you kill yourself. Then you say, no, I'm not going to do that.
That's actually very helpful
think about
advice
the
and also
pizza.
morbid.
Think
It's
about
true.
the pizza.
Sometimes a pizza will keep you from killing yourself and hopefully killing others.
Yeah.
That's what I'd say, because the pizza in jail, I heard, it's not great.
I don't think they have pizza in jail.
They might have
They
square
have-
pizza, like the rectangular pizza.
Oh my God, that was a bad day. As much as
Yeah.
I love the Salisbury steak, I hated the pizza.
I hated the Salisbury steak, and I tolerated the pizza.
You remember French bread pizza day?
That was nice.
Didn't have that.
Garlic bread. It's just garlic bread.
Let's see what the next video is. God knows what I
Garlic
have
bread
coming
with
up.
cheese on it.
Lollipop, where are you?
This
I'm
is
over
weird.
here, Aunt Dee. Over where? I'm over here under the tree. I'm laying down. What are you doing over there? Oh, Aunt Dee, it's wonderful. You've got to come over here. God is speaking to me. God is doing what? That's what I said. God is speaking to me. Lollipop. I don't understand what you're talking about. Uncle Sam is waiting for us. Kids Jamboree has started.
Oh my God.
Aunt Dee, what?
I never knew you were that tall.
That's because you're down there and I'm up here. And what are you doing down there?
Aunt Dee, God is speaking to me, and you can't interrupt God. Look, come sit down with me here, and you can hear God speak too. It's wonderful. Because I was just laying here looking up into the sky and everything. Look, boys, this is wonderful.
Dehydrated, perhaps.
Oh, Aunt Dee,
What?
look.
What is it?
Oh,
what do you see now?
no.
Is God going to tell us something again?
I think so, Aunt Dee. Oh, it's a dead baby bird.
Oh, that is.
Oh.
Oh, look at that.
No!
But you know
Don't
something?
pick it up.
I think God can speak to us through that little dead bird. You know why?
I do.
Why? Because God
saying give up.
says that he knows
He's
every
saying you'll never
time
live your
a
dreams.
little tiny bird dies and falls to the ground. And how much more he loves us and cares for us and takes care of the baby bird and don't let those ants bite.
Get it.
Yeah.
didn't
The
take it.
ants are
Care of
God
it.
provided too, so it would eat dead things and we wouldn't have dead things all over the earth. And so God thought of everything. But you know what he's saying about the baby bird? He loves the baby bird and he provided food for it. But he says, how much more I care about you more than even that little bird, because I provide everything for you and I love you. So God's speaking to us even through a little dead bird.
Well, Aunt Dee.
We're not
I
dead
think
birds.
you got
That
a
was
good
a long
idea
walk.
being out here letting God talk to us.
That is a long walk. And speaking of dead birds, not dead birds, we showed a dog on our stream not that long ago named Jake. Someone we've been reached out to saying that we hail Jake. Jake has since walked the Rainbow Bridge to the other side.
Oh.
And we want to say hail Jake. And I
Hail
hopefully
Jake.
on the other side, I hope you're up there. And Jake, I hope you're fighting Hitler in heaven because, yeah, he's up there.
You think Hitler's in
Unfortunately.
heaven?
I don't know how he got there, but I'm pretty certain he got there.
I don't know if you can do work on the back end. I think once you go to hell, I'm not sure if you can get out of there, but maybe.
Well, that video, that was Christian clowns, right? So,
Had to
I
be.
figured if there are Christian clowns, there has to be a Christian clown college. And I looked it up. I Googled Christian Clown College, and I found Christ Clown College, founded in 1977 in St. Petersburg, Florida, by Dr. Dick Hardell.
No.
Dr. Dick Hardell?
Oh, no.
I was this
What's
close
he
to
a
going.
doctor of?
I was this close to going. There was a girl that was into clowning in high school, and I was interested in it because I was interested in all forms of old school, like theater forms, like Commedia dell'arte, and guess what my form was in Commedia dell'arte? Can you guess? It was the fat one. And I went to, because I have all the different archetypes, so I was the fat one, because he always like boisterous and bossy.
Yeah.
But the
and you were so, every time we get more revelations about you in high school, it's just like, you're so cool.
Well, I wanted to learn how to do buffoonery so I can do stuff like sucking my own dick. I don't know what clowns can do that other people. I don't know what you have to learn in clown school.
Maybe.
I know you get your persona, but then my problem was is that when she got me into it, then she was like, it was all Christian based, and I felt really weird about that.
Yeah, I think there's definitely one class just designated to filling out divorce papers in clown college, because you will end up a divorcee. But you know, who needs a wife?
Honestly, technically, should teach you how to make your own cocktails because you're also probably an alcoholic.
Yes. Get in your mouse, get out of here.
There's also TNT University. It's a Christian clown retreat in Toccoa, Georgia.
What kind of weird in do they think clowns have with Christ? Like, I guess you can convince kids about Christ through clowns, but nobody likes clowns anymore.
Oh, you can learn disaster relief clowning.
If I am choking on the frickin' meat and a disaster relief clown pretends to give me CPR and mimes saving my life as I really
You're
die,
a big old boy. Tell me, you have to laugh. Oh, stop me breathing no more. Better start sucking that dick, see if I bring him back to life.
that could work.
You think that if you were getting your dick sucked by a clown, you think that you'd be happy if you woke up to that and you ended up being alive?
No, I mean, honestly, you know, if you're alive, you just don't, whatever, write a book about it.
If I thought I was drowning in the middle of a super hurricane and then I passed out and then I woke up, if I'm going to sleep and I'm thinking, oh, this is it, that's it.
Like
the lights
you
out.
watch Carolina die in front of you.
The light's turning out.
Yeah,
and
you
then...
watch Carolina get hit by a pillar. She died. You watched your loved one's body be crumpled underneath the infrastructure of your own home, and then you wake. You don't know what's happening. You wake up to a man with a big frizzy green wing, be like, "This was to show you Jesus loves you. Jesus wants you to live."
I'm going to prison immediately because I'm snapping that clown's fucking neck.
Oh, come on. That's inappropriate.
I mean, I could definitely go for a, temporary insanity plea. I just saw my wife get crushed by a pillar and this clown sucking my dick. Yeah, I could snap his fucking neck. That's a violation, sir. That is a violation.
I will volunteer to be your lawyer.
You cannot.
Done.
You cannot snap a clown's neck. They're wiry. They're stringy. You think that you could kill a ventriloquist or someone who does the physical movement, someone who's like, it's a box, right? But then it's like, the box is attack. I don't know how to mime, but like imagine I'm like the box, you know what I'm saying?
I'm actually lost in the example because of your lack of ability to mime. I'm lost.
Oh, no, wait. I have to do like this where it's like, oh.
I feel like I'm David Lynch directing an actor. I don't know what this is.
Oh, this is a pretty hit.
That's pretty good.
Whoa, actually, that's very good.
That's very good.
Oh,
it's so heavy. Oh. Mom.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got.
Wow, mine is actually pretty easy.
Watch this guy. This is the most talented guy I've ever seen.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy, dude. Look at his fucking nose, dude.
That is amazing.
What's this one? Oh, shit.
Doesn't really make it better or worse.
No, man, that's hard, dude. Oh, hell yeah, man. Smoke it.
He's eating, burning cigarette.
Look at that, it's burning in his mouth. That's awesome. He's playing a teacup.
Did he just eat the cigarette?
Yeah.
I don't.
Man, that's cool as hell.
That's great.
People got all sorts of talents all over the world.
Oh, my.
Look how big that thing is.
He blows on Jordan. He blows on Jordan.
Oh, he's not playing that with his nose, though.
That's difficult. Look how big the hole is for that one.
I know.
This is where he gets a little indulgent, but Honestly, it's his concert.
Oh,
It is his concert. Although I will say I'm not too impressed with the nose flute because he played the same tune twice in a row.
And then the one time he was just kind of smoking, but not smoking, and then his whole tummy just has to be full of cigarette butts. Those don't dissolve.
What is this, a fucking Reddit thread? Everyone's coming here to
I'm just
fucking
saying.
shit on the man who just played 2 horns with his nose?
It wasn't.
He played the horns nose, but he played the same tune twice.
That's kind of different. Though. I mean, honestly,
I don't think it was that impressive.
Honestly, there's a lot of people that I say that they play a lot of things with their nose. So maybe think before you post.
I don't think it was that impressive. That's all I'm saying. I mean, half of it, you know, he's just eating cigarettes.
You can't do shit, Kissel. You can't even mime.
I could eat a cigarette. I could eat a. You don't think I could mime?
I want to. You know what? You're
Henry,
mandate next week.
Tell me this is not heavy.
That is very impressive.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty
It's only
good.
because they brought it up. It's only because they brought it up.
That is heavy.
Honestly, you did fine.
You did fine. That's pretty good.
But it's still not playing a horn with your nose. You can't do that. But I would pay you money to watch you eat a cigarette.
A lit cigarette. You can't just eat a cigarette. It's
Dude,
gotta be
next
a lit one.
mandate.
Yeah.
Next mandate.
If this was the Chinese government and I was forced to entertain them or they would kill me, I would. Like that man.
No, this is the government. That your friendship government.
Yeah,
This is
friendship
friendship government.
Yeah.
I will. Nope. I'm not even going to entertain the idea because I'm just not doing it. Cigarettes
we'll
are
see.
bad.
It's
We'll
a
see.
democracy. Who votes for it? Huh?
What are you gonna do? And I didn't even. You know what? I mail mine in. All right. I actually have a lot of videos to burn through. So let's take a look at one of my favorite performers that I've seen on the internet in a while. Let's see this guy. Oh, my fucking knee! It's hurt my knee.
Whoa. Oh my.
Hey girl, I don't know you and you don't know me. I've been watching you across the room and the young people got a new term called WAP. Now I don't know what that word mean, girl, but all I know I wanna walk with you. Can you do
Beautiful,
WAP
man.
with me, girl? Do WAP with me. Can you WAP with me? Come on, help me, fellas, sing that. Oh, can you walk? I want you to walk with me.
What can dogs do?
Each and every day, girl. I want you to walk with me. Oh, can you walk with me, girl? I want you to walk. Can you walk with me? Hey, girl. I want you to walk. Oh.
That is very talented.
I love that.
This is
little puppy.
art. This is art.
I'll agree. No, that
I mean,
fucking
that is-
that dog howl is gonna be sampled on the next Avalanches album. You fucking mark my words. It's a beautiful sample.
Honestly, dog had a very
Create-
nice vibrato.
Yeah.
Two co-species, like you got two different species doing music here. This is very impressive, much more impressive than horns and nostrils. You got a dog. I think it's very good, very good.
I
Very
feel
good.
that they are different categories, but I don't. When it comes down to it, Kissel, you're allowed to have an opinion.
Thank you.
I don't know. It's both stunt musicianship.
The dog was not playing. That was the
Performance.
sun.
Can we just ask for a bit of performance? 2021 is going to be all about what we can bring to the stage, and that means explosions. It means
Yep.
dancing girls. It means dancing men dressed as women.
Sure.
It means a bunch. You don't know what we're going to bring to the stage, and that's why I promise you in 2021, a little bit of showmanship, a little bit like this performer that I'm going to show you right now.
If it happened, big if true.
Hello there, listen to my
Papa Goo
speech.
Goo.
Here, donkey, donkey, oh, this is Papa Goo Goo. It's a C sharp. Listen to my sing. Watch it now.
Oh my gosh! The pasta doesn't.
I don't know what it means.
C sharp. Listen to me now. You like my sing? Well, come on and get it because it stinks.
Ah,
I don't understand it.
stink, stink.
Shut up.
Papa Goo Goo.
Papa Goo Goo is a man by the name of Trade Martin who had some form of some kind of hit in the 1960s as a singer, but then he started doing these videos, like this next one too.
Trade Martin.
Hello there, this is Papa Goo Goo, and this is the new twerk video. We're going to twerk and make it work. The twerking video. I'm going to show you how to twerk. Miley Cyrus thinks she can twerk. Lady Gaga thinks she can twerk. Beyonce thinks she can twerk. But Papa Goo Goo, he knows how to twerk. Now watch this.
Sounds like the Iron Sheik. Oh, yeah. A wash out there, Papa Goo Goo.
Now that's a twerk. You want to see it again? Here we go again. Watch
He
this.
thinks that the word twerk is funny.
Yeah.
Now that's the twerk. You tell everybody that Papa Goo Goo taught you how to do the twerk. That's the twerk. Tell Miley Cyrus and tell Beyonce and tell Lady Gaga that Papa Goo Goo did the twerk for you and taught you how to twerk. Okay, let Papa
Goblin
Goo Goo
vote,
show
yes,
you
this
again.
might be Ed
You
Larson.
ready? Let's twerk.
Let's see it.
So he's gonna do it again. Not only does he have these videos, but then
So that's a relatively new video. I mean, twerking hasn't been around maybe 3 or 4 years, right?
that's videos from like 2012.
Wow.
And then the twerking has been around for a bit. He did this bit. And then he played this song. He does this song. I don't know what this is. This is like a love song to horses.
I can't say how much I love him.
See, this sounds good.
No way to show how I feel.
Oh.
I'd be lost without them.
Bring the horse inside sometimes.
Smile as they run through the fields.
But if this wasn't about horses, what would this be about?
As the wind, the rain.
Oh, I mean, a woman maybe that he was courting. I do think you must have sex with the horses. I'm not saying.
Rhythm as they go.
Oh, look at that. That's a classic Hollywood horse.
The only thing is the reason why I didn't show the rest of his videos because he then has a pretty intense opinion on Barack Obama. And he has there's a series of videos where he calls up Bruce Springsteen. He has a video that he thanks Donald Trump for making Christmas great again.
Papa Goo
And
Goo.
he gets into kind of more territorial, more, I want to say, difficult territory that I can't show on the stream.
Well, he wrote some good. I mean, he wrote hits for Leslie Gore. You know, "It's My Party, I'll Cry If I Want to." Dusty
He wrote "It's
Springfield.
My Party, I'll Cry If I Want to."
He didn't write that.
He
just
played
worked
on the
with
song.
Leslie Gore.
Yeah, he played on the song.
Worked with Dusty Springfield. Worked with Vanilla Fudge. Then in 2010, released the single "We've Got to Stop the Mosque at Ground Zero."
Yep. It's weird how that you just take that left ass turn, and I am not quite certain why. It's
all right.
Yes, but Papa Goo Goo is his one innocent way of expressing himself.
Isn't that nice?
From Union City, New Jersey.
And there is a video of him with a guy that's been on 2 episodes of Sopranos waiting in a restaurant where they expect people to recognize them. And it's these 2 guys going, "Hey!" Hey! Which is also what my father does with me when I go out places. He goes, "My son is on a podcast." And everyone's just like, they know.
Yep.
Everyone's on a podcast.
That's why he's ordering from the kids menu. Because you do that. You like your chicken tendies. You like your chicken nuggets.
I do like a chicken nugget.
Well,
next
very
video,
excited.
please.
Papa Goo Goo.
Next video, please. This is for Marcus. This is a hangman robot that someone has invented for some reason.
That's intense.
That's
Might
great.
be what we need to do to these robots, but now we're teaching them how to survive that too.
I think that we had one more video for Marcus, I believe.
One more, yeah.
Yeah, let's see what he's got here.
Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll? A sausage roll. Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll? A sausage, a pork pie, sausage roll. Sausage, a sausage roll. You want a pork pie or a sausage roll? Sausage roll. You want a pork pie?
I want a pork pie. I want pork pie over sausage roll. That reminds me of Glasgow.
Yeah, you know how much I love pastry. You know how much I love meat and pastries.
There is no single person I know that loves meat pies more than you. And what I don't understand, though, is about the meat pies in the UK is that they're specifically and purposefully kind of bland. Like they're made with very little salt and pepper. There's a lot of vegetables in the pie. I don't think that you
had the good meat pies. I was slamming the meat pies.
Oh, they were
very good.
I had some delicious meat pies in London.
Marcus likes meat pies. Kissel, you would eat dog food. I feel like there is a level of.
I've never eaten dog food.
You can try it though. With the new farmer's dog, the farmer's dog, you can eat.
No, they do test it though. They do have humans testing that food, which you imagine that being your job.
Go honestly, you should be able to try it.
You can.
You should be able
it's human grade food.
Yeah, you got all that meat in there. I mean, you can fry it up in a pan, make it nice and crisp.
No, my dogs just eat a little bit of human food every now and again.
But you got to be careful with the sausage rolls because that's what happens. You're gonna get that cholesterol. It's a silent killer.
Yeah.
You know, a silent killer. Zodiac.
That's
yes.
right.
Yes, he was. We don't know who did it. I think it was a police officer. It's possible. I mean, I got it right with the Golden State Killer.
I feel like then you start, but you also said he was a baker. You said that he might be, there was that one thing you said he works at an amusement park. And then sometimes I think it's just people who you're specifically mad at.
I've never been mad at a baker in my life, ever. I've never had a bad bakery experience.
You've never had a single bad experience at a bakery?
No.
But when do you go to bakeries?
Jackie used to work at a bakery, Blue Stove. There was many
I worked there too.
Bakeries in.
But that was different.
I've never had a bad bakery experience. Never, ever.
I'm looking back through my bakery experiences and nothing but happy memories.
There was that man that was busted from the Blue Stove for putting the camera in the bathroom. So that guy probably had a bad experience because I know for a fact I used the bathroom most likely when I was being filmed. And unless he has a very interesting fetish.
Can you imagine that?
Extremely dissatisfied.
You spent so long setting up these cameras just so you could see a woman's chachu. She goes to the bathroom, right? Like you're just trying to see these assholes. Meanwhile, he just lumbers in like, and you look into the camera and you go like, hey, buddy, how you doing? You know, and then it's just
you touching it. You touching it.
No, I've never had a bad experience at a baker because I understand that it's very difficult to be at a bakery. Jackie explains to me the personalities that she dealt with at a hipster bakery.
Well, some of those people were homeless. They just didn't have a home.
Oh no, I mean like the customers, like the rich people that used to come in and be like, "Where's my boysenberry pie?" They're like, "Well, it takes a little while for us to do it," because they were so hipster that they did everything the old school way, so everything had to be like milled. Do you remember fucking?
Of course, I had to wash the fucking dishes from all that hipster shit where you gotta just scrape and scrape and scrape and scrape for hours upon hours.
Can you imagine?
Starting at 6 a.m.
Y'all didn't know. I wish you guys could have seen. Was it 2010? 2009, Marcus? 11?
This was 2000. Yeah, 2010, 2011, 2010. Yeah.
But you used to go into the Blue Stove and see Marcus. This is when he was like at his thinnest and like twinkiest, when he had like little hips and he was sitting there and he had his like bandana on and he was just the man with no contracts and no holds on him, just washing his dishes, like winking at girls, the fucking cigarette behind his ear, looking like a guy just blew in from out of town. He doesn't know when he's leaving. He didn't even remember when he got there. He's like,
I thought he looked more shattered all the time.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time in life for me, but I turned the corner.
No, those girls loved you in there though, because they used to come around and be like feeling your muscles and stuff. And you're like, yeah, come some scrub and cheese, and they're all like, ooh, Marcus, but they didn't know that you were producer.
Yeah, they did not know because that was the time that we started CCR. We started CCR when started the whole network when I was washing dishes at Blue Stove.
According to our Wikipedia that I had to check in order to look at what episodes we've done, I saw that apparently our first ever episode came out in March of 2011.
Huh.
All right.
Well then, that's cool.
It must have happened.
I don't know if it's real or not, but it sounds about.
I don't know how they
sounds about
figured that
correct.
out, but yeah, sounds correct.
We're getting towards the end here,
Yeah.
Henry. Do you have a go out video?
Well,
I don't
we're
know,
just
do I?
gonna go. We're gonna go out on the notorious PIE.
Do you want
So
a
we're
pork
gonna-
pie or a sausage roll? A sausage, a sausage, a sausage.
We're just gonna roll this
Do you
till
want
it goes
a pork
out.
pie or a
Honestly,
sausage
guys,
roll? A sausage,
Just
pork,
another
pork,
beautiful
pork,
week.
pork
I
pie,
wish you could have
sausage
seen
roll,
Marcus
sausage,
washing dishes,
sausage,
just so that you
sausage
could have
roll.
fallen in
You want a
love for a
pork pie
second
or
in
sausage
the
Hey,
roll?
Paul,
bakery.
you're loving him every day, every
Sausage
week.
roll, you want a pork pie?
But now Marcus has to go and be like, fucking, he costs money for this dick now.
I don't think he's charging, Henry.
You
I've
haven't
never
charged him for
charged.
sex?
I've never charged. I have never
Good though.
charged, sir.
A lot of people propose. I think more people have proposed to have sex with you for money, Henry, than Marcus.
It's weird the things that the requests I've received.
Well, I think they think that Henry's more likely to say yes.
I am.
I ever.
Oh, I'm purchasable.
Hey, yourself.
China, come and purchase me. Why won't
Goodbye.
China just come? I will be
They
the
have a
Howie
lot of
Mandel of China.
Hey, Howie Mandel is the Howie Mandel of China.
I'll be the new Howie Mandel once he. Because he'll do one of those.
Do you want a pork
might.
pie or a
He
sausage roll?
Louis
A
Body
sausage,
Dimension.
A sausage roll. Do you want a
That's a
pork
good way to
pie
end
or a
this.
sausage roll? A sausage, a pork pie, sausage roll. Sausage,
Goodbye.
sausage, a sausage roll. You want a pork pie or a sausage roll? Sausage, sausage roll. You want a pork pie? Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll? A sausage roll. Do you want a pork pie or a sausage roll? A sausage, a pork pie, sausage roll. Sausage, a sausage roll. You want a pork pie or a sausage roll? Sausage roll. You want a pork pie?